Nigerian TV. So let's look in those positive vibes and dive headfirst into this exciting Monday. You made the right choice by joining us, basically. So, you know, they say pressure reveals what we are really made of, whether it strengthens you or weakens you depends on your mindset. So we are here to inspire that strength and resilience you need for the week ahead. And we've packed today's show with some high-spirited fun and uplifting stories. So make sure you stay tuned, all right? You're in for an exceptional 1 hour and 45 minutes of television magic. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Remember, you can follow the conversation online by using the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and that's across all social media platforms. You can also take us with you anywhere you go in the world. Just download the TVC app from the Google Play Store or iOS and stream us live. Don't forget to connect with us on social media. Follow at TVC Entertainment _ on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, on TikTok, everywhere. Okay? Now, here's a glimpse of what we have lined up for you today. First off, I should let you know that we've got sports, and in sports, we'll be recapping some of the biggest and most exciting moments from the weekend's matches. And that's via The Beautiful Game with Mike. Now, right after, we'll also bring you a musical performance. Jamiu Akorede Oladimeji, popularly known by his stage name, Jay Rees, will be joining us this morning to give us a performance. For motivation, we have DG Wusu, Marketing 101. That's the focus. Why should they buy from you now? That will be an interesting conversation you wouldn't like to miss. And rounding off the show, we'll be joined by Anolefo Tonukari Sholu of Cheetos Bags. She'll be telling us about how she produces her bags and all the works via the SME segment. Wow, what a weekend it has been.
And in fact, what a Monday morning it's been. In fact, Monday morning miracles, I'm going to call them. Not Monday morning madness like I really feel. But how are you doing, Mary?
Oh, I'm doing well as can be when you barely get enough sleep on Mondays.
Well, there was a meme I saw yesterday, and it was of a very, very handsome-looking gentleman, you know, trying to take a sip of like a cocktail. And then the next video, or rather the next clip now showed it's Monday again tomorrow. Some people feel that way. They party hard all over through the weekend, and then when it's time to, you know, get back to work on Monday, they're like, oh, do I have to? But it's just one of those realities of life.
So, you know, it's weird. I've actually always liked Mondays.
Really?
I always feel like Mondays just need to get out of the way. That's it.
Okay, just get it done.
So anytime someone has, when there's a myth about something, I try to dispel it.
Okay, all right.
That's like my hobby. And the reality is, for me, Mondays are actually a reminder that life is not all about enjoyment. Yeah. Reality sets in at some point. That's the way I see it.
So this particular week is, I think, one of the run-up weeks to the beginning of October. And, you know, with October 1st comes a lot of festivities. And
that's next
activities.
Tuesday, another public holiday.
Exactly. But, you know, this particular one is for Nigeria, so we're going to start seeing the green and white flags everywhere. Speaking of the green and white flag, I have some information about that flag.
Okay, we'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
But on the lighter note, there's a public holiday today.
Okay.
Do you know what it is? 1 week since Muhammad's birthday. That's Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know that. That's a tidbit.
That's an interesting one for me. Well, let's check out the weather. We'll be back in a bit. Time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. It's jubilation from the governor-elect and the All Progressives Congress as the final declaration has been made by the returning officer, Professor Farouk Adamu, who is the Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Minna. Former Governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, and President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, as well as governors of the APC, were present in Benin City to celebrate the outcome.
Party APC, 291,667 votes. Party ABGA, 1,242 votes. Party APM, 151 votes. That Akwebola Monde of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Now, President Bola Tinubu has directed security and law enforcement agencies to intensify efforts in cracking down on individuals involved in trafficking stolen vehicles. In a statement by Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, Nigeria will continue to work with its international partners to ensure that organized crime groups involved in transnational car theft are deprived of the benefits of their activities. The President acknowledged the recent handover of 53 vehicles and $180,300 by the EFCC to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police on behalf of 2 Canadian citizens who were victims of cybercrimes by Nigerian nationals. President Tinubu also directed all relevant agencies, particularly the anti-corruption agencies, to protect Nigeria's economic and financial integrity from organized crime infiltration. The statement also reads, and I quote, "Nigeria is not a destination for stolen vehicles, nor is it a haven for illicit wealth from foreign countries." End of quote. The President says his administration remains committed to tackling money laundering, cybercrime, and other financial crimes. Outside Nigeria, Israel and Hezbollah have threatened to increase their cross-border attacks and international appeals for them to step back from an all-out war. Israel's military said about 150 rockets, missiles and other projectiles were fired at its territory overnight on Saturday and early on Sunday. Israel launched its own strikes on targets in southern Lebanon, which it said destroyed thousands of Hezbollah's rocket launchers. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel would take, quote, whatever action is necessary to restore security, end of quote, and return people safely to their homes along the Israel-Lebanon border. United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres told CNN that he feared the possibility of transforming Lebanon into another Gaza. The UN Special Coordinator in Lebanon also mentioned that the Middle East was on the brink of an imminent catastrophe. And that's it on the news update for the Sound Week of Nigeria. So much more to come. To stay with us. We'll be back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person, we go give them to you. Fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open court in the morning, wetin no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man. And that's some poria.
Hello, Naija.
The time is right because the prize is right here. Be a part of our turbocharged studio audience for a chance to win amazing and mouth-watering prizes.
So I'll be taking you guys on spinning class. Great workout to burn calories, to increase your strength level and as well strengthen the core. All right, guys. So before we start, so make sure you check your bikes, check the knobs, and make sure everything is right in place. Yeah. Also check your saddle and everything. All right, so guys. So we'll be going right into it. We'll start with our warm-up, then we'll build up the tension and the pace gradually. I hope you enjoy your workout. All right, guys, let's go. All right, so we'll start. Pedal on, guys. Pedal on. All right, let's take it up. Slow and steady, guys. All right, let's take it down. That's it. Make sure you smile. Great. All right, take it up. Take it down. Push, 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 push. All right. Slow it down, guys. Slow. Slow it down. Move, guys. Move. 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 That's it. Nice, nice, nice. All right, take it up. Take it up. Let's go. Up. Get up, guys. No. Take it down, guys. Push, booga, let's booga. There. Take it down. Press. Don't forget to breathe, guys. Move it. Move. All right.
All right, Mike, good to have you join us. Yeah. And you know how the song goes, crazy things are happening by Thames. You think you've heard it all until you hear certain things that make you go, wow, people are indeed crazy. Okay, so there's a story that is currently trending about a lady who discovered that her sister's landlord and a fellow tenant were tapping from a big generator her sister just bought. Fancy in this economy with the cost of fuel and everything, you buy yourself a new generator just to at least make, because there are some areas in Lagos right now that don't have electricity, especially Bande areas. I don't know how come, but they've not, Bande, my brother, they've not had electricity for some days now, since Thursday, I believe. And so maybe that's why she bought the gen. I'm just assuming that's why. But whatever the case may be, the landlord of the place she stays and a fellow tenant found a way to get themselves connected to that generator. And we're tapping electricity off it. If they're even tapping, it's even good. But they were tapping it for other uses that we're making it impossible for the generator to carry, you know, the things she bought it for, like the freezer and stuff.
So, you know, there's just something about... so there's a special type of peace and calm you need to pray for when you live in a place where there are a lot of tenants. I can remember a particular friend of mine who used to live in what is now considered I think that's Circle Mall Junction in Lekki. It was Lekki Beach Road back in the day. And there was a particular house there that if you enter the compound, you see a string of at least 15 generators, because the building was like a hostel setup, like about 15 one-room self-contained flats. So there were gens right around. I was just trying to imagine the kind of noise pollution that would be coming from that particular area, right? And the amount of times people's fuel would have been stolen. How many times people would be looking for their engine oil, their cable, their battery. I was just like, you have to have a special kind of peace when you're living in a place like that.
Funny enough, it doesn't always,
Very true. And, you know, now you just even mentioned it, I mean, I've stayed in places where even just two gens are even more than enough to pollute, to mess you up, to, you know, to just get you out of sync. Just two. How much more when you see a line or something? I don't even want to imagine what those kind of people will be going through. But then this issue now you're talking about, where it is not the first time that we've heard things like that. We've heard different ways of people tapping. We've even heard internet. In fact, there was a particular time when I don't even know how. Wi-Fi.
Tapping water too,
you know,
from your tank.
How people, you know, people have found a way to crack your password Wi-Fi. You just find out that I buy 2 gig, or the 2 gig don't last 2 minutes.
I see they buy 2 gig. You get mine. You don't go.
So exactly, and then you just find, and then if you had a way to check and all that, but this one, they're people like that. Either they find a way through some wiring in your house. People do it without your knowledge. Yes, it can happen. It does happen. In fact, and then some of them now would even load more things than you load.
Than you do.
You know,
that's the thing that blows my mind.
That phenomenon comes from people. I want to also talk about other people. People that used to borrow perfume.
Which one is borrow perfume?
They are the next set of people. You buy expensive perfume. You buy expensive perfume. You just do pss, pss.
And then you now borrow someone.
You do pss.
I can't wait for Mike to tell us how they use it.
Then you now give somebody, they turn inside bucket and pour it on their body.
You don't be like,
there's that thing of when somebody gives you something and it's free. I don't know. There's just that thing that's pushing you. Let me maximize the opportunity.
Or when you are eating and you say, okay, let me pay for your food. Okay, please, can you give me 4 more meats?
Wow. Like, seriously. Is it a culture thing, though?
It's not a culture thing. Now, let me blow your mind. I don't know if you guys remember, or you've probably even seen this video, of an elderly Caucasian who went to his neighbor's house. He knocked, and he went, Oga, okay, he won't say Oga, of course, but it was like, Oga, your Wi-Fi, why did you password it? And now that you have passworded it, please give me the password.
Wow.
And they were stunned. Like, this thing, they recorded it.
Wow.
And the man was like, if you know you want neighborly peace, I'm not kidding. Jeez. You should give me that password because I've been using this Wi-Fi with you for the longest time without issues. Why did you password it?
Wow.
When,
if I did not see that video, I would not have believed it.
When people want to pay for seclusion in some ways and it is expensive, these are some of the reasons why.
Wow. Wow.
Because people can be
That's why people want landlords. By all means.
Well, they're not landlords. I'm talking about you are living in a street where everybody has a bungalow. And the next door neighbor, like the next bungalow, is the one coming to knock at your door.
You know, I think as a country, things are hard enough. And the best that we can do is not to eat another person. We should try not to do a dog eat dog kind of way. I think that's the best we can do from everything that we do.
Another thing that happens a lot in these compounds is the parking situation. Imagine one particular family having 4 cars and everybody else having one.
No, why will you have 4 cars and you're not the landlord?
Wait, there are people that just come and park cars in a particular compound.
Oh, park.
And then, yes, whether they own it or not, maybe they have one to take the kids to school, one for the wife, one for the husband. Let's even say 3. And then there's only space for 6 cars in the compound. But guess what? There are 6 flats in that compound. So how do you want to do it?
So my question is, how are they entering the compound to park?
They will come, it's first come, first serve now. And then in the morning, you now go around and start knocking everybody's door. Yeah, please come and move your car. That's what happens. And I'm going through it.
I would say in that kind of situation, the caretaker is to blame. Either the caretaker or the landlord. Because I would expect that you lay some laws down or you leave. You cannot inconvenience. How can you have 6 flats? And the 6 flats, each person has a car. Then you now take the parking space of 3 people instead of just 1.
That's why when people house hunting is an ordeal for a lot of people. I would have expected that with the age of social media and of course online agencies, it would be easier. But then what you see versus what you actually go there, they're 2 very different things. Someone recently sent me, you know, a picture of someone on the island, and she was coming in, she wanted to relocate. I was like, oh, I saw it. I was like, man, where is this place? The price was very okay.
Yeah.
And all of that. Wow, the video, everything was just so nice. I was thinking that, myself, I think go there, go stay in this place nice like this. So. I think just sent me a message later and was grumbling that she has stressed the audience. How far that place you saw now? She said, when she went there, the entrance is from another house.
Wow.
That was the first one.
Another compound.
The entrance was from the main house. So it was more or less like a mini flat level BQ. But it wasn't detached.
Wow.
She should manage it
You understand? No, it was at the entrance. How?
The entrance is
was going through somebody else's.
Yeah, but that means the person is trying to let out a part of their house to save.
So and then they took the door from the outside of the building.
Yeah.
What if the house is upstairs?
They are funny. No, forget. They are funny. I saw a house. This one was the kitchen and the restroom were together in the same space. You do your hand like this.
Kitchen.
The sink and kitchen like this. There's a WC.
Wow. So back to this other one. Sure, you know that one way people save money in many countries is to actually let out a room in their house. So what if the person created that mini flat?
There are small spaces. In fact, in the UK, if there's this particular place where they don't even let it out as per monthly or weekly. It's hourly.
Hourly, wow.
So people come in, sleep, and go out.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Sleep, if it's like 3 hours you have in between your jobs or 4 hours. You just come in. The place basically is a compartment that can take a body and a half. You just sleep and go out. But you see, it is done in such, even though there are deplorable conditions, by the way, but it's done in such a way that our own, the way we mix up things, like I said, if someone should put a WC and the kitchen in the same one-line place, But the way they do that one, they pack it, I know. I mean, you know that housing, the housing deficit is also much there. But they plan themselves in such a way that it's very tight spaces and all of that. I mean, we all, some of us have been there. We've been there and there, but it's even worse now.
Some places you have to turn sideways to just walk through.
New York,
and they think of
which is about the most expensive city on earth. That's why you have that thing the most.
And you pay.
They pay hourly. They pay hourly to just,
here in Lagos.
And the way they even sleep, they just do like this. Just 4 hours, you are done. Somebody else is knocking, it's just done, and you're out.
That's crazy, but really, in this economy, please let's be considerate that your friend or your colleague or your neighbor bought a generator. It could have been hire purchase or some kind of maybe payment on monthly payment stuff. Don't think the person has money. Even if the person has money, it doesn't give you a right to tap out of it. There are people they are taking care of, and you might not be one of them. Yes, now it's just wrong. By the way, Mike, you look good today. At this point, we have to take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on. You're my provider. You're my provider.
OJ right here, 7 of 7, like you already know.
Benga right here, 7 of 7, like I'm beginning to know.
It's now time for the question.
You don't scare me one bit. Bata, I go drink. So,
okay. So now one chance for enter. My first question. Do you remember the names of the winners of that edition of StarQuest?
Of course I do.
Why do you?
And I hate myself for this, because I have this question for you. Final question. No. Where outside Nigeria and what year? I think you're the only one that can be wicked.
I am thinking, because I know back in the day.
Don't think. Answer my question quick. You are thinking too much. I don't like it.
The UK.
Final answer. Okay. I said, God, please, let me to perform outside Nigeria.
Wait.
And God gave me a show in Ghana. Drink, my friend, drink. I don't
overthink this thing. See where I can.
Yes, you overthink them.
I would say you should catwalk.
Let's catwalk now. Where are we?
No, that's not catwalking.
That's good talking.
Welcome back. It's about time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. Mary is here, and we're going to do what we can to do it justice. Today's Monday, September 23rd, 2024. I have with me the Vanguard newspaper. Let's start with that. Edo, how Okwebolo floored Igodalo with 44 1,012 votes. Now, the new Edo is rising, says Governor-elect. And it also says here that CSOs express concern, say coalition disruptions affect result credibility. Page 5 has more on that. Federal government frees 6 of 1,400 end bad governance protesters. Marketers optimistic of lifting Dangote petrol directly as scarcity persists. And it says here, Tinubu orders crackdown on cyber criminals, transnational car thieves. Page 8 has more on that. On Lekki, Lagos government, Dangote refinery disagree over parks, call-up system for trucks. And Afe Babalola to federal government allow Dangote sell petrol at lower rate. And that's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
For me, is the battered Joshua part.
Okay.
And I can't believe he's hinting at a Dubois rematch. Because, well, according to his manager, Eddie Hen, he has a confirmed rematch clause. So there's apparently a clause that they could have
already,
a rematch.
yeah.
But did you see how badly
it was?
Did you think he reached 5 rounds, Seth?
It was
terrible.
Oof.
My goodness.
The way he even looked when he landed.
You know the sad part? Before the match, Joshua had gone on and on telling, because the guy, he didn't like the guy's vibes. I guess the guy was maybe like disrespecting him. So he kept going on and on about respect. Yeah. And the guy was like, the only thing that can make me respect you is if you beat me. Only for the guy to now beat him in the ring. Wow. It was sad. I like Joshua a lot, but my goodness, this one I felt for him.
Yeah. It was a decimation.
My goodness, no, it was shameful. Wow. Let's move on to the Nigerian Tribune. And the Nigerian Tribune has this. Edo Giba poll. APC's Okpebholo wins. Victorious in 12 LGAs. Scores 291,667 votes. Defeats Ighodalo with 44,393. That's 393 votes. PDP kicks. Rejects results in 3 local governments areas, warns INEC on threat to democracy by declaring false results, in quotes. Okpebholo's victory confirms people's acceptance of APC's ideals. That's coming from the president himself. Now, Tinubu orders crackdown transnational car thieves, cyber criminals. You can find that story in page 26. Adamawa government confirms 12 deaths from cholera outbreak. That story is on page 24. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria acknowledges government stabilization plan. $1 billion intervention pledged by Coca-Cola. That's coming from the Nigerian Tribune. You can find that on page 6 of the newspaper. Up here, there's Nigeria incurs losses as Chinese vessels hijack AFCTA trade. And of course, here there's flood, clear canals, drainages, gutters. Federal government alerts Nigerians. Displacement, disease loom large in flood-hit Borno as government commences fumigation. All of these stories and more you can catch on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Which one is it?
It's the flood one, actually. Yeah. Clearing canals, drainages, gutters. It's really the citizens' responsibility to keep their own environment clean. If you do know of your gutters being blocked, you're being given this warning now, not later when, you discover how blocked it could be. There's been a lull in the rains, especially around Lagos. It hasn't been so heavy. It just feels like it's doing on your marks, get set, and go.
I have an issue with, citizens clearing out their gutters.
Okay.
Because, to the best of my knowledge, gutter has to do with, that water letting pipe just outside your house.
Sure.
But the moment you're getting to the main road, I think it's a public thing. So whatever happens there, and that's why there's a big problem with littering. I've always had a problem with littering. I don't like people littering. Because then it's no longer it's now your own personal responsibility.
So now the issue is communities have taken over things like security, neighborhood watch.
Even cleaning their gutters as well.
Things like even gardening if you say small estates, for instance, the gardening, the bushes, the trees and things like that around there. Communities have taken it up. They've created community groups and associations, and there's a reason for that. All these associations should, in the end, all come together and make sure that the main road leading to all these places is also clear. So they're the ones that are supposed to write letters to the, local governments and so on and so forth. Exactly. So, but the truth is, if, for instance, the local government or the government starts clearing the main roads and the inner roads, the smaller streets are not taken care of by the citizens themselves.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
And that brings me back to this public infrastructure thing.
Yeah.
Why are we seeing gutters? Really, they are supposed to be covered. It's not even safe. And besides the security part of it, we also have to worry about, the health hazards as well. Sure. Gutters are supposed to be covered. The reason people can dump things into gutters is because they can see it. They are supposed to be covered. They are.
So for many communities, they've had to put like iron grates to block
all the possible entrances, especially areas where roads have just been built. So they still have new gutters, so they create the meshes and all. But hey, let's move on to the next newspaper.
Yes, indeed. We have the Nation newspaper here. It says here, Okwebolo's hard-won victory returns Edo State to APC fold. Tinubu says victory challenging call to service. Obaseki PDP cry foul. Now, there is, of course, a list of the results there according to local government area and, of course, the total right at the bottom there. Moving up to the top, DJ Cuppy makes history as the first British Nigerian to host UNGA's opening session. She says she's passionate about quality education for young people. And I found that particular speech really interesting, actually a little inspiring as well. Well, more than a little inspiring, because she has come a long way. She's been doing some really interesting things. Her choice of events to attend and places to go, has also been of interest to me. And I saw a little clip of the video. She, stood confidently. She spoke so well. It was a really nice...
I'm very sure her father is proud of her. I love her taste for education. She loves education. She has at least 3 master's degrees. And then, of course, she's working on that. And then she also has honorary degrees as well. Quite a number of stuff. So she is the person to do this. In case some people are wondering, what has DJ Cuppy got to do with the United Nations General Assembly?
Sure.
It is what it is. She's educated enough to... she loves books. She loves education. So, hey, that speech, she's speaking for herself indeed.
There's still quite a few stories here. It says here, Shetima off to U.S. for 79th UNGA. It says here, experts project rates retention by MPC. Federal lawmakers return to firm up council autonomy process. And one other one, it says here, NDLEA intercepts 16.1 billion naira worth of drugs in Lagos. All right, that's what we have on the cover of the Nation.
Now, I'll quickly go through the Punch newspaper. And the major headline here is, alleges rigging as APC Okwebolo wins. PDP governors insist candidates won. Obaseki vows to seek redress. Ighodalo rejects results. Tinubu congratulates Okwebolo as Akpabio, Shiomole, Shuaibu, APC supporters jubilate. Here we see APC with 291,667. And then, of course...
PDP has here 247,274. And then LP with 22,763 votes. It's also talked right beside the masthead there why Wabara was denied job slot, according to FCC. A fresh tariff hike looms as monthly power subsidy hits 181 billion naira. On PDP crisis, it says here, Atiku backs anti-Damagum NWC members. It says here, MPC may lower interest rate on Tuesday. And 1 year after, Tinubu yet to appoint ambassadors for 106 embassies. 80-year-old man arrested with cannabis in Lagos. And it says here, DSS frees 6 hunger protesters to arraign 3. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch this morning.
That's a number of interesting stories really here.
Yeah.
However, the one that caught my eye was a fresh tariff hike as a monthly power subsidy hits 181 billion naira. If power subsidy is completely removed, Nigerians will pay through their noses, and that's the truth. We think there's the issue of, fuel on the one hand.
Yeah.
Power itself is about to show its own. For people who are on band B, C, D, you know what they say about equal enjoyment, because when you hit the band A, the disparity between A and B right now is huge. And by the time they start matching up, it will not be funny at all. But then we hope the subsidy is held, because, man, the pressure will just be too much on Nigerians. Pay for this, pay for that, try as much as possible to survive. It is well.
At this point, what we can tell you is that we'll be monitoring all these stories, of course, and we'll be giving you follow-ups in subsequent episodes of the show. We have to take a quick break now. There's still quite a lot coming your way on Wake Up Nigeria.
I'm Sam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Means games,
Electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings. Event Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Made Kuti in the building. It's still 7 of 7, and we've been doing a whole lot of protesting. The only thing that remains is just to carry placard.
It's about 5 of 7, to be honest, because ask your question. I have so much to speak about once we finish.
We'll not give you the time. Because it's 7 of 7.
I will make the time now. He said he will not ask questions about science.
No.
About neuroplasticity.
And based on...
He asked a question that was subjective about high life. And he did not finalize his answer about a Kuti question where there are only 3 of us.
Editor, scratch this part out.
That could have possibly composed the music.
Editor, scratch this part out.
Stupidity is an act of ignorance.
Hey God, my day.
Was composed by which Kuti?
Femi Kuti.
Is that your final answer?
God, I'm Seun Kuti. No, wait, Femi Kuti.
You said
Femi Kuti. Wait.
It can't be allowed.
No, you've not asked me anything.
Everyone.
You've not asked me anything. So my final answer.
No. All I have to say is this show is really about drinking.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
The questions don't matter.
That's the whole
Justice
idea.
is out the window.
We throw caution to
we
the
have
wind
no
right
morals here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mary is here. This one. Mary, how?
You know Daniel Dubois and Joshua, they are both British guys. So there's always been talk of, oh, Anthony Joshua is the British fine boy. If you like say this guy had personal beef against Anthony Joshua because the punches were brutal. And then there's always been a problem with Joshua. His chin. He has a weak chin. The moment you hit Joshua's chin, it is finished. And as a boxer, you need to have a strong chin. Unfortunately, he has never had a strong jaw. Unfortunately. And so anybody fighting him, they usually target this so that they can destabilize him. And it works every time. If it's that we get a jaw brace, so I don't know, or something, but he needs to work on his chin. If you watch his previous loss too, the moment they figured it out that this was his weak point, sometimes some of them might play with him. Like, number 2, the money involved.
Normally.
And 3, he might still be able to beat Dubois.
Normally, forget that. Normally, if that guy sure for himself as the match, if I don't talk and say rematch, straight up. No, that's what happens. See Fury.
Mike, they gave him a punch that he needed to.
Wait, when you see beat Fury, that they are dead. Fury that say he want to retire. He said no, I cannot go out on this stick. As Joshua did so, he could never think, say, wait, is there a rematch or not? That's what he said. He said it. He used swear words. He used curse words. And then Usyk was like, Usyk said, Usyk has beat both of them. You understand? Usyk fought Dubois, beat Dubois in a 9th-round knockout. Joshua, both fights, he took it to the extent of to the judges' scorecard.
That second one for Usyk should never have happened.
But Usyk was like, look, everybody was expecting Joshua to win. But we came out here and it was a shocker.
But how could you have been expecting Joshua to win?
Why not? I mean, he has more experience.
No, I actually wasn't.
Look, then why do you bet? If I chop better money, you know how many odds they give Dubois?
Let me tell you.
All the bookmakers.
I wish I had.
Why you put out? If I don't cash out this money.
The reality is, the only reason I didn't think Joshua would win was because I've always felt that the loudest bragger, this is me, usually tends to lose. And he was really on it.
Is there any bragger louder than Muhammad Ali? Boxing is about bragging.
Muhammad Ali is a special
everybody they brag.
Others,
Fury they brag.
No, Fury has his own.
What is it? You say Muhammad Ali, you say Fury
about? If Fury stands in front of you, will you not sit down?
Boxing is about trash talking. It's part of the excitement.
Might be,
you understand? It's about trash. Same thing with MMA.
I just had that feeling that.
My point is that all our Nigerian this thing. Now so they beat Adesoya. Usman still there on you. They beat Nigerians everywhere. Like
The economy is affected.
In fact, but then hey, come on. This one, even we self, we couldn't even, there was no comeback.
It was actually a painful thing to see. I felt bad for Joshua. Right. That was painful.
Okay, let's take a look at, maybe you can take 1 or 2 other beatings. I don't know, but let's do Man City Arsenal. Let's do Man City Arsenal. That was the biggest match of the EPL weekend, of course. It was a 2-2 draw. Manchester City, of course.
A businesswoman and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur. Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time.
On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest things to say about the red card and all of that. Not because it's not the rule, but because of earlier in the match, we saw Doku also put the ball. But then people are talking about that the referee had asked for the ball to be moved back as an excuse and all of that. But the point is that the second half, it could have been, it was a very exciting first half. One of the best halves of football we've seen this season. But in the second half, Arsenal had to defend and to Manchester City in the first half. But then, do you think that, I mean, people have said that the refs, there's some sort of a bias towards Man City? Or for Man City.
You know, while this was playing, I said something to you. I said, Man City is the new Man United.
Okay.
There were beliefs before that certain concessions were made for Man U. And now it seems like it's been transferred to Man City. Because there are some calls made by refs for in Man City's favor that actually, I don't want to use the word that came to mind now, but let me just say, and they are often passed. This is not the first time this will be happening to Arsenal in recent weeks. And
that's what she have learned.
So, and so it does seem like there are some things that can't be passed. Because, look, when something happens once and there's an uproar, you'd expect that it won't happen again. But then this is what happened.
But see, there's a rule now that, it's not like the rule has always been there for this
It's always been there, but it's not always, like, the referees usually use their discretion.
Yeah, so this season, from last season, they told them that they should put more emphasis on it. You know, so you notice that since last season, extra time started becoming longer because of people, they use these tactics to waste time.
Yes.
So they said that yellow cards for these things. Now, it happened against Brighton. Declan Rice, do you understand? It didn't seem like it, but then when the whistle has gone, and then you contact the ball in such a way as to draw attention from the next match against Tottenham Hotspur. And so it more or less like the issue was like, okay, so Arsenal, since you know that there is some sort of a proclivity towards this kind of things, they should have restrained themselves. And considering that, you know, the foul, that foul on Bernardo Silva alone could have been worth a yellow card also. You know that? So more or less like it was like two offenses. He took an elbow to his back. That could have been a yellow card. Some ref not even give a red card on that one. And then the referee blows the whistle. And then you kick the ball again.
Mike, that was...
It was... So because you know, say, last man, they favor some people. You come and say because they favor them, make her go break rule.
No, leave that last man side. Leave that last man side.
He broke the rule.
But I just want to point something out. It is obvious now that Arsenal and Man City are for sure rivals, and they are
yes. I mean,
as a matter of fact, that second half, the fact that Arsenal could hold their own with 10 men against a Man City. The last minute goal in the 90th, the extra time, was accidental, and it was something that broke my heart.
It did.
Because I actually wished it had not happened, because Arsenal actually held their own with 10 men, let's not forget, from the first half.
They did. All right.
I'm saying that like a flag.
All right, okay. There's so much more, but that's what we can take for the time. We'll take a time, and also we'll be back in a bit.
This is 7 of 7. My name is OJ, and signing a sobriety into my hands tonight on this social experiment called the 7 of 7 is Owen G. What is the name, or what was the name? You see, I want to make them better now.
Rockheart.
No, of the goat when they brought it on stage.
The name of that goat.
Yeah.
We should go there.
No, that one easy now.
I'm just drinking this so that I can ask him my own questions. It's not because of
Buga.
He didn't get it. You know. Okay. mention 10 female stand-up comedians in Nigeria. See, just mention their stage name. If you annoy me, you will mention their real names and the year they started. And if you annoy me further, you mention the names of their husbands and the names of their children. Try me now. Okay, mention their name.
No, let's just.
No, wait. No, don't. No. Name, real name, stage name, husband name, children name. 10 of them.
Even the 10. That's a lot.
Eh?
That's a lot.
Did I cut your question for you?
Yes.
When you were happy now. With your hunchback.
That was it.
You are wasting time. We don't have time. See, my brother, before we go on a commercial break, you are stubborn. And I told you since. The fact that you play this your hair does not mean. You understand? See this bad hair you are looking at. It's experience. I've suffered before you.
But I try now.
When you there during the military era of Abacha and Babangida, you know what happened?
I be Gen Z.
So that Gen Z, I will remove 4 out of 10.
That's like
4 out of 10 they passes. Don't drink this thing. Where baby you are on here. Drink out. If I land you.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time.
On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. Tune into our award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a massive away.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Sheen. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Filled with positive energy, and today is no different. We've got more exciting moments ahead, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. Here's a little motivation for you. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. So don't shy away from those little wins today, all right? And remember, laughter and smiles are free. Use them generously. Let's keep the energy flowing in. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Now, don't forget to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to stay part of the conversation. And you can catch us live from wherever you are by downloading the TVC app from the Google Play Store or iOS. Now, also ensure you follow us across all social media platforms via at TVC Entertainment _. So now let's keep the momentum going with more highlights. Let's tell you what to expect for the rest of the show. There's a musical performance, and it will be by Jamiu Akorede Oladimeji, popularly known by his stage name, Jay Rees. We're looking forward to that performance. We have Digiwusu. Marketing 101 is the focus. Why should they buy from you now? Definitely an interesting conversation you wouldn't like to miss. And rounding off the show, we'll be joined by Anolefo Tonukari Sholu of Cheetos Bags, a company specialized in the production of synthetic leather carrier and utility bags. Let's look forward to that conversation as well. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, you know, just before the break, Mike and I were talking about Joshua and Arsenal. I know you are interested in both.
I felt every single blow as if it was hitting me personally. I don't know. But the truth is, I feel like a lot of people are invested in boxing. Like they're invested mentally. They realize it, especially when big names like Anthony Joshua.
Or Nigerian even. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so there are quite a lot of Nigerian bouts that, bouts with the Nigerian in it that people get involved in for different reasons. But, you know, for me, it was just like, you know, he's one of our, should I call him like an ambassador, you know? He's one of our people, and you just don't want, nobody ever wants to see that. You know, you just don't want to see something like that. But there was something you said during the conversation that you know resonated with me. Sometimes you need to just understand when to throw in the towel. You know, that's where the term even came from. Boxing, you know, when the manager or the coach of one side throws a towel on them,
means,
that's it. Exactly, but nobody threw in the towel. Like, come on. You see,
the referee was throwing it on his behalf.
Yes, you don't agree.
When Wilder was fighting Fury, when he started throwing the towel, one beat the manager.
Wow.
Tell you,
throw in the towel. Just throw it in.
Feel like there's that thing that you could come back, and so people don't want to. It's more or less like you feel like you've given up, right? That's what throwing in the towel is. And so if a boxer will feel like, no, give me the chance, I have to fight back. Except it gets to a point whereby it's seeming like, oh, my life is at danger. Which you could have been.
It looked like it.
Because the last this thing. When Joshua stand, won't continue.
It was raining blows and pains. I felt sorry for him.
Yeah, well, all the best. Hopefully he has a quick, swift recovery. And at this point, we need to check out the weather.
Time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. It's jubilation from the governor-elect and the All Progressives Congress as the final declaration has been made by the returning officer, Professor Farouk Adamu, who is the Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Minna. Former Governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, and President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, as well as governors of the APC, were present in Benin City to celebrate the outcome.
Party APC, 291,667 votes. Party ABGA, 1,242 votes. Party APM, 151 votes. That Akwebola Monday of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Bola Tinubu has directed security and law enforcement agencies to intensify efforts in cracking down on individuals involved in trafficking stolen vehicles. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, Nigeria will continue to work with its international partners to ensure that organized crime groups involved in transnational car thefts are deprived of the benefits of their activities. The President acknowledged the recent handover of 53 vehicles and $180,000 by the EFCC to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police on behalf of 2 Canadian citizens who were victims of cybercrimes by Nigerian nationals. President Tinubu also directed all relevant agencies, particularly the anti-corruption agencies, to protect Nigeria's economic and financial integrity from organized crime infiltration. The statement also reads, and I quote, "Nigeria is not a destination for stolen vehicles, nor a haven for illicit wealth from foreign countries," end of quote. The president says his administration remains committed to tackling money laundering, cybercrime, and other financial crimes. Outside Nigeria, Israel and Hezbollah have threatened to increase their cross-border attacks and international appeals for them to stop from an all-out war. Israel's military said about 150 rockets, missiles and other projectiles were fired at its territory overnight on Saturday and early on Sunday. Israel launched its own strikes on targets in southern Lebanon, which it said destroyed thousands of Hezbollah's rocket launchers. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel would take whatever action is necessary to restore security and return people safely to their homes along the Israel-Lebanon border. United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres told CNN he feared the possibility of transforming Lebanon into another Gaza. The UN Special Coordinator in Lebanon also mentioned that the Middle East was on the brink of an imminent catastrophe. And that's the news update today on Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us. We'll be back in a bit.
Make welcome pioneer Positive Force member, dancing queen of the 80s, non-conformist, Afrobeat historian in her right, and long-standing member of the multiple award-winning all-female show Your View, Omoyeni Yeni Anikulapo Kuti, aka YK Power! Ginger!
Yeah, take it.
Today we'll go here.
Hey, I don't read you.
Are you sure?
Ha. I'm not here to answer questions, I'm here to drink.
We're in trouble today.
Wait till your age.
I was close now.
I
said 1975.
He said 73. He said 75. Fellas wasn't even born till 75.
So will I drink half?
You go drink. Take. Make I help you. Russian.
No be half.
Which half? You will make me drink. I'll give you a hint.
Lights in no. Nepa Road. Nepa Road in Abeokuta.
First of all, my brain cannot memorize everything.
A big black bug.
A big black dog.
Bug. A big black bug.
Oh, sorry. A big.
It don't start.
Ọmọ fẹlá. Ọmọ Anikulapo Kuti. Wọ́n rò pé kí ni kékeré yìí.
It's by Audison. It's not by Audison.
Thank you for staying with us. We have a musical performance this Monday morning. Jami Okorode Oladimeji, whose stage name is Jerry's, a dynamic Nigerian singer, songwriter, performer, Afrobeat and Afrofusion singer, here to perform. Jerry's, how are you doing?
Thank you.
Talk to me, Jerry's. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing this for a couple years. Yeah, you know, from the freestyle era to the, you know, but I started professionally this year. I just dropped my professional, you know, my first debut this year.
Oh, that's wonderful. Talk to me about your inspirations when it comes to music. What inspires your sound and your message, as it were?
Well, my sound, I would say, is a bit dynamic.
Okay.
And to be honest, I write music mostly based on my feelings and, you know, personal experiences.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, it depends. But there are some times where, like, you know, it's just the vibe in the room that will
determine,
yes.
Okay, so you mentioned that. Is it an album or an EP that you have out this year?
Yes, I just dropped my first EP. It's titled War Boy.
All right.
Yeah,
Tell us about that EP. What's inside? What encapsulates? What's the whole EP about?
So, War Boy EP is my first EP, and let me say the motive behind the EP, or the goal, was to share who Jerry's is at first, you know, to try and connect with my, you know, my fans. My fans, by the way, I call them Rizlas. Shout out to all
call them what?
I call them Rizlas.
Rizlas?
Yeah, Rizlas.
That's sounds like Rizlas.
Yeah.
It sounds somehow, but yeah, I like the vibe there.
You know, not the other kind of.
Yeah, now you know what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, a big shout out to all the Rizlas out there.
Yeah, Rizlas. Okay, good. So what are you performing this morning?
So I'll be performing Ologun. It's the first track on my EP. It's the intro track. There are 4 tracks on the EP.
Okay.
Ologun, Showing, Over Me. I actually dropped Over Me earlier before I dropped the EP. It was my first single. And then My Brother.
Okay. Ologun. What does Ologun mean?
Ologun means warrior, soldier. There are different, I feel like there are different interpretations, just different. So Ologun is a track that actually speaks about my heritage.
Okay.
My ancestry.
All right.
But like with a bit of modern, you know,
urban feel. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get that performance now. Take it away. Jerry's with Ologun.
Let's go.
First of all, get this Porsche. With them back, send to the face, no delay, put on social spats, so tag them. Very gang, very man, what I could do say, they for this, boys, you don't turn me. We on fire away, cause it party, like if I did, make your love, Lord, yeah, we go break. No be say, they say, I need no go pay, I did to go pay, but the paper bag, yeah, we go start, cause I did lucky, they sleep on me, I did till infinity. I go to my day, just they watch, you go pay money, today watching me, you go follow me, you go hate on me, when you know, yeah, call it beauty. I bad bitch, also fulani, I see money, they imagine. I need the body, that a blessing. TG Omori, show see me, then I say, Omologunde, am I coming late? You see how they wait, see the oh, no. Like all I'm in, am I coming late? Am I banning you? I did read and I go so. They want make a fit, make I go switch, make I run away, make everything they go sound. What's the doing? Omologunde, am I coming late? Am I keep it, Omologunde, am I coming late? You see how they wait, see the oh, no. Like all I'm in, am I coming late? Am I banning you? I did read and I go so. They want make a fit, make I go switch, make I run away, make everything they go sound. What's the doing? Omologunde, am I coming late? Am I keep it, oh, they won't go, and I'm walking. I'm about to titi won't go. Yeah, we can't go. She can't go. Oh, they won't go. I won't go. I'm about to titi won't go. Yeah, we can't go. She can't go. It can only be nice.
All right, so we that was a performance there from Jidris, and a great one there to kick off our Monday morning. We have motivation now. Did you Wusu is back here, Marketing 101. Why should they buy from you now? We've been talking about buying all this while up until now. Like I always do, very short recap of what we've spoken about so far up until now.
All right, thank you for this opportunity. One of the things that we spoke about last week was that you must, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, do you have an audience that you call yours? An audience that you have access to?
Okay.
You must have one. Whatever is a notepad of phone calls, a notepad of emails, whatever it is, you must have your audience that you call yours. And secondly, we also mentioned the fact that you must be able to say to your audience that you are connected with them. And that's the best way to stand out. That's what we said last week.
All right, so this week we're going to why they should buy from you now. All right, so what do you mean by that? What exactly are we trying to pass out now?
All right, thank you for that. Let me start with this story. I went to Federal Government College, Janiki, Lagos, and closer to the end of the month, end of the session, there's what I call austerity. But there will be this odd guy that always has milk. There will be this odd guy that will always have Gary. There will be this odd guy that will always have Gary. One guy has nothing. He will go around and say, you have Gary? I know someone that has milk. I know someone that has sugar. Let's come together and we have fun. It comes with nothing else other than making offers to them. So this is what I'm saying to you. The core of your business is making offers and people accepting your offers. That is the core and the fundamentals of any business. Making offers and people accepting your offers.
So can you give us an example of the type of offers you're talking about here now?
Thank you for that. You're going to ask me, what's an offer? Let me define an offer by saying it's an opportunity you create to your end audience, your prospects, so they can say no or yes to what you are offering them. Let me say that again.
Okay.
An offer is an opportunity you create to your prospects already looking for a solution, so they can say yes or no to what you're offering them.
Okay.
And that is the basics of
So give us
business.
a practical example. All
right. I remember doing economics while we were in school, something called trade by barter. A man says, I have meat, and you want fish. I can't make an offer because that doesn't work. But a man says, I want meat, and I have meat. You have money. I say, take my meat and give me your money. Okay. That is an offer. I'm giving him an opportunity for him to buy meat from him. That is an offer. Okay. Whatever it is, I am an architect, and you want someone to draw your house for you. And I say, why don't you come to me and let me help you draw your house? That is an offer. I've given an opportunity to buy from him.
Okay. And then what if they say no? What next? What's the next stage? How do you move in the process? Is there any other stage you move after that?
Just to be clear, an offer, a lot of people don't like to hear it, that an offer, people must say yes, people must say no. But the point is, you must start to create opportunities for people to make that decision.
That decision, yeah?
One of the things I've seen over and over again, a lot of people, they don't make enough offers. They don't make offers that are desirable. They don't make offers to people. And that is why your business is stalled. You must start to create the opportunities. And you're asking me now, how do you make your offers more desirable? That's the question.
Okay.
You make your offers more desirable by ensuring that it is your audience will look at it and say, he's speaking to what I already want. That is one. Secondly, do you launch your offers? You have an offer sitting down. Do you go out to your audience that we spoke about last week? Do you go to them and say, why don't you consider this? Give them an opportunity to say yes or no. But not giving them an opportunity, they are quiet. Of course, there might be those odd people that will come and say, oh, I think you might have what I want.
Okay.
But you must launch your offers.
Okay.
Finally,
Yeah.
If you have great offers, you must find a way to promote it on a regular, boring, systematic way. For a lot of people, they think it's a one-hit wonder. I have this offer today, and I come to you and I say, do you want to consider this? You might say, oh, maybe yes or no. I do. Oh, he said no. I step back.
Okay.
But you must realize that your offer is much more than you. It's an act of service. So you are saying, can I help you solve this part of your life that you have a problem with? If the answer is no, it might be not now, but there's somebody else that might want your offer. Even if it's not somebody else, it might not be the best time for that person. There'll be other times you want your offer, but you have to get into the habit of making offers to people, giving them that opportunity to say yes or no to what you have.
Wonderful. I hope you're able to pick something. They're making offers. That's our message for today. Thank you for coming. And that's it. That's what we can take of motivation this morning. We'll take a time out now. Just stay with us. When we are back, it's going to be SME.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient. It's comfortable.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as he be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Look, we not even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
Hello, Niger. The time is right because the prize is right here. Be a part of our turbocharged studio audience for a chance to win amazing and mouth-watering prizes on The Price is Right. Visit www.thepriceisright.ng or The Price is Right on social media for more details on how to participate.
Registration is open to all Nigerians 18 years and above. Come on down, Niger.
It's about time.
The Price is Right is proudly brought to you by Smart Cash powered by Airtel.
Entertainment for me, first of all,
utility bags. It's great to have you in the building with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
As it says on your chest, with your full chest,
yes,
it says world-class bag maker.
Yes.
But how long ago did this journey begin for you? Talk to us.
Very long ago, late in the 90s, when I started doing my youth service. I served with the former Afribank.
Oh, okay.
And that used to be on Afribank Street, Ventura Island.
Okay.
And just, you know, when I go on break and I see a lot of women, you know, dressed corporately, and they're walking around with polythene bags, nylon bags.
Okay, okay.
I just didn't like that.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I began to think about, okay, what can I do to replace this?
Yeah.
You know, I also thought of, you know, when you travel abroad and, you know, you go to the shops, they give you some sort of, you know, shopping bags. That was what inspired me, you know, actually.
So I love the tag utility bags. So from what we're seeing on the screen now, you use multiple different types of materials there. You have like Ankara, Adire, Batik.
Yes, Batik, yeah.
Then this is Kente, right? That's
yes, this is Kente.
Like Ghanaian Kente.
Yes.
Then, so the utility of it all is not to say that they're not luxury bags.
No, they're not.
They're for use. So I can still remember when I started, going for events and I needed to carry a pair of slippers with me. I needed a bag to put them in that was presentable. And in the end, you would see some ladies, just have a small nylon bag, wrap the slippers in it, and then stuff it in the luxury bag. And it was just not working. You also see bags like this at events, as gifts. So in which market do you believe has fed you the best? Is it the souvenirs market? What do you think?
Yes, the souvenir market has served me the most and the best.
Okay.
Because when you get souvenir orders, you get them in hundreds, sometimes in thousands, and conferences as well.
Okay.
When you have conferences come up and attendees are in their hundreds and thousands. So those are the two different markets that have served me the most.
So I can still remember even my mother-in-law at events, she used to make sure that when we're going for any events, we would carry something with us that we could distribute, and, that's where they'll print the name of the couple or whoever is celebrating or being celebrated on it. But guess what? I love the fact that these bags used to last forever. So talk to us about some testimonials you've received.
I remember once when my last son was still in primary school.
Okay.
I had a lot of customers in that school, and I would ask them after a year or two, like, the last time you bought a lunch bag or school bag from us was 2 years ago. And the lady said, when it's in this, well, we cannot replace it. From our carrier bags to the school bags, our lunch bags, people get to use them for years, from 3 years over. Some people have called me and said, oh, I have this bag from 2011.
Wow.
I have this bag from, dating far back.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how long these synthetic bags last.
So I want to touch on the process of production now, because a lot of people will probably think it's easy to produce bags like this. But generally speaking, how long does it take to produce one, and what's the process like?
Talking about process, sometimes we do the assembly line kind of production when it's a lot.
Okay.
But that's not very common. Okay. We do the one person start to finish, kind of working.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I can put a time to doing one bag, because it takes a lot more time to do a single bag. That's why we don't really, when people order just one piece, it takes more time.
Sure.
But when it's a souvenir, you're making hundreds of bags, the cutting process, you run it at the same time.
Sure.
The different parts, you sew them at the same time. So it's like you do them in parts and in sections.
Wow.
It's faster to produce a lot of bags than making one single piece.
It's so interesting. So on display here, we have, this one looks like a combination of different fabrics.
But they're batik pieces. There are about 5 or 4 different pieces of batik.
And then it has a leather strap, a synthetic leather strap on the inside.
This is the cane handle.
And cane handles. Do you ever worry about styles going out of fashion, so to speak? Or are there some that just keep coming back?
I'm under pressure.
You're under pressure?
Like almost all the time.
Wow.
Because especially for the souvenir bags, I have, a lot of return customers. When they return, I'm like, do you have any new styles? Do you have any new designs?
Yeah.
And sometimes I tell them, you've not even explored a quarter of, what we have. Because some people order, if they want like 500 bags, they want like 100 of each of them to have different styles to give, different kinds of people. For instance, if you want to have, if it's an 80-year-old woman's party, and she's going to have a lot of her friends there in that age range, you don't want to give them big bags, because these people don't really go too many places. They don't travel too many places. So you just need like a little small cute bag that they can use maybe around the house or when they go to church.
Okay, all right. I'm actually really inspired, but let's talk about from the business side of things now, in terms of, getting the right hands to work with you. Because this it's the kind of work that you have to be passionate about for you to continue over and over. So are there some hands that have been with you for years, or do you have to keep changing them?
Mostly we have to change hands because most of the tailors, that work with us are tailors who are on commission.
Okay.
They work best when they're on commission. You do 500 bags, you get paid for 500 bags immediately after you're done. We don't do salaries because you get the best out of them when, they're on commission. That's the biggest challenge, actually, when it comes to getting hands. Getting hands that are loyal, getting hands that will be honest, getting hands that will not engage in pilfering, and all that. And then sometimes, too, you call certain tailors that that, okay, these are the guys that can handle this kind of job, and they're not available. So it's a lot of pressure from that end, getting good hands. There are a lot of tailors out there, but getting good hands to bring out the work in, finishing well and all that. It's a lot of, that's the biggest challenge.
Okay. Well, I can see we have different sizes and styles of bags here. You've even gone into school bags and laptop bags, which you have on display down there as well. You also have like a hand luggage bags. Have you ever had any cause to worry about the strength of your bags? Or how have you been able to make sure it's not a worry?
Never. I've never had to worry because of all the detailing. And when I go shopping for leather, I shop for leather that come from Korea because they're usually stronger against, the ones that come from China. So I concentrate. I only work with leather from Korea, and they're very strong. And then when we stitch, we also ensure that, we, especially areas where you have handles, we like, in sewing is what you call, return. To ensure that the strength is there. Is top notch.
All right. I know that there are also a lot of other challenges with importing things now. Obviously, the exchange rate can't be fun to be, doing the math on that. In terms of profit margins now, you can give maybe percentages. I know that it's delicate to do business in Nigeria, but is it something that you've ever thought, maybe I can't do this business anymore because of the exchange rate? Or is this something that you're still steady on?
I'm not steady. Because I know that sometime last year, it's been very frustrating. You go to the market this week, the price that you get a yard of a leather is different, or you are buying in rolls. The price that you got, let me just say, from last year till now, is almost ×3.
Wow.
The costs, because of the way that, dollar has been, fluctuating and acting up. So that's another challenge, really. What has kept me, to be very honest, is the customers that keep coming back, the customers that keep calling. Because I've thought of, let me go and look for something else to do.
Wow.
I do food business as well. I have a frozen food outfit. I also, sometime 3 years ago, dived into property. In Abuja, like, I have all
just
this
to
savings.
diversify.
Yes, definitely.
But this is still your passion.
Yes, this is my passion. This is my passion. I can't. In fact, my husband told me a couple of days ago when I'm like, I have to think of something else. This thing is killing.
Wow.
And he was like, he can't even imagine me not making bags.
Wow.
That's how passionate.
No, I have to say, I can hear and feel the passion, and I can see that you've sustained this since the 90s.
Yes.
And people still, they trust you. They trust your brand.
Yeah.
And you've been doing some amazing work.
Thank you
for coming to showcase some of these to us and
very
share your story. But we will definitely be watching out for you. We'll be watching out for you and seeing some of your new designs as they pop up.
Thank you.
Mike and Mary have been oohing and eyeing about some of the things that you've been saying and the bags that are on display. I'm wondering, which one is your favorite, Mary? Which one is your favorite?
That laptop bag by the side of the table.
Really?
I like it a lot.
Which one, the black one or the red
black one?
The black one?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks
I really like it. And then it weighs a ton too, so it's going to be very rugged.
Solid.
Mary, I'm definitely sure that there will be some other ones there because I know in a number of ones you have there are female inspired. Yeah. I'm sure that there will definitely be much more that are male inspired. Great work there.
All right. Well, speaking of great work, it's been an amazing day today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I'm so grateful.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Mike, Mary, our Monday started well, didn't it?
It did. We are feeling cheerful, hopeful, Optimistic, that's the word. This week will be a great one.
After all, Mary gave us like 7 motivational quotes in her intro this morning.
No, I was feeling motivated.
That's enough for the rest of the
Allow me to motivate.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right then, guys. Bye.